Hello and welcome to the channel. A spokesperson for the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has revealed in details how former Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State and Oyo State Governor Wike and Makinde are constantly monitoring judges on behalf of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whatever that means. While Makinde's aide quickly dispelled the story, Wike is yet to respond to the allegations. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Atiku, Makinde's aides clash over Tinubu. Special Assistant on Public Communication to Atiku Abubakar, Mr. Frank Shaibu, has alleged that former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike and Oyo State Governor Wike and Makinde were constantly monitoring judges even as the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal winds down its activities. However, Mr. Suleiman Olarewanju, the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Makinde, in a swift reaction last night, described the allegation as a figment of the writer's imagination, while Wike's aide, Mr. Kelvin Ebiri, declined comment. But Shaibu, who leveled the allegation in a statement in Abuja yesterday, said it was curious that the duo both traveled to Plateau State to attend a memorial service hosted by the President of the Appeal Court, Justice Monica Dongbam Mensem, even though they were reportedly not invited. According to him, the event ordinarily was supposed to be a solemn service, but our busybody interlopers polluted the event with their shameful appearance. Atiku's aide further alleged that Wike had been using dubious means to cozy up to judges and giving them gifts under the guise of welfare. He argued that Wike's latest visit to an event hosted by the appeal court president could be another ruse to influence the appellate courts where the current tribunal judges were drawn from. Shaibu noted that the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, made a Freudian slip a few months ago when he claimed he was happy that Governor Makinde was a member of the renegade governors known as the G5. He said Governor Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State, as the host governor, was invited for the program, but Wike and Makinde were gatecrashers at the event. The reason is not far-fetched. They have continued to cozy up to judges just to impress their paymaster. Unfortunately, the CJN, Justice Ariwola, has also failed to leave above suspicion. He was in Rivers State ahead of the election, where he said he was happy that Governor Makinde was a member of the G5. Then, at the commissioning of the Oyo Governor's Lodge in Abuja on May 25th, the CJN once again was the special guest of Governor Makinde. Today, there are rumors that the next Attorney General will be a kinsman of the CJN as part of efforts to manipulate the outcome of the Election Petition Tribunal. While this has not been proven, the fact remains that the CJN has put himself in a position where his integrity is constantly questioned. Shaibu stressed that Senator Adamu Bukashuwa's confession that he convinced his wife, Justice Zainab Bukashuwa, a former appeal court president, to grant some favors to his colleagues in the Senate, had vindicated Atiku. He added, "In 2019, we asked the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Zainab Bukashuwa, to recuse herself because of conflict of interest since her husband was an APC senator. This same APC said we were crying wolf where there was none. 4 years later, we were vindicated after Senator Bukashuwa himself on the floor of the Senate admitted that his wife granted favors to some of his colleagues. Our suspicions are never wrong. Governor Wike continually feels too familiar with judges because his wife is one. He gives judges gifts in the name of welfare. This is ironic, given the fact that this is a man who does not believe in the rule of law." Reacting to the allegation, Mr. Suleiman Olarewanju, the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Makinde, described the allegation as a figment of the writer's imagination. Olarewanju said, "This is just a figment of the writer's imagination. Governor Wike and Makinde was endorsed to represent the Nigeria Governors Forum at a memorial service hosted by the President of the Appeal Court for her late son, and not to monitor any justice. He was not the only governor at that event. Governors of Benue and Ogun states were also in attendance. Why the writer imagines that Governor Makinde attended the event to monitor judges beats one's imagination. It is so sad that everything is now politicized, even memorial services for the dead. One wonders what has become of the tradition of respecting the dead and even the feelings of the bereaved. Also contacted Mr. Kelvin Ebiri, media head to former Rivers State Governor Mr. Nyesom Wike declined to comment on the matter. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Meanwhile, former Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress APC, Timi Frank, has asked the Presidential Election Petitions Court PEPC to declare the candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Atiku Abubakar, the winner of the 2023 election. He stated that Atiku should be declared the winner of the February 25th presidential poll following the admission of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) that the PDP flag bearer won 21 states instead of the 12 states credited to him. Frank said it was clear that the former vice president won the presidential election against the candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, Bola Tinubu, who was declared the winner by INEC. In a statement in Abuja, Frank urged the appeal court justices to use the opportunity afforded by INEC's revelation to redeem the lost image of the judiciary. Frank also called on the tribunal justices to be courageous in doing substantial justice in the present case, despite high-wired pressures and intimidations against them. He said, "Now that the tribunal's justices have heard arguments from all the parties in the suits, they should know that Nigerians are looking forward to them to do substantial justice and not ruling based on technicalities. We want to remind you that whatever judgment you give at the end of the day will remain as a precedent in future. We implore you not to hand down a precedent where clear acts of criminality, as witnessed during the presidential election, will now be the law and order of the day in Nigeria. We strongly hold that this is not time to rule based on technicalities or to throw out well-reasoned, germane, valid and powerful submissions by the opposition parties. We want to remind you that this is one case where the world is waiting for the outcome and, besides, the case presents the Nigerian judiciary an ample opportunity to write its name in gold in the heart of Nigerians and to prominently place Nigeria in the map of countries that believe and uphold the principles of fairness, equity, and justice. Whatever you do with this judgment is what you will be remembered for." That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.